Welcome back, sure gamblers and hedge funders, to another game of Netrunner here with NorthernGamingNetwork.com. On the left here, we've got Ken Tenma. On the right, we got NEH. On the line with me, I've got Kevin.
Hello.
And we're going to be discussing and commentating on this game here. This is
we got you playing Ken here, Alex.
Yeah, that's actually me on the left. And fellow Northern Gaming Network podcaster from Tag Me is on the right. That's Matt.
So this is from the tournament that we played in early October. So cards up to First Contact.
First Contact, I believe is right.
Up to and including First Contact. Yeah, Blue Sun was not out yet when we played this.
That's correct. So.
Well, what do we expect to see here? NEH versus Ken. This is probably not a common matchup.
Yeah, not a common matchup on a bigger stage, I suppose. NEH, this is definitely Matt's, what he likes to call his hobo NEH, where he doesn't make a lot of money and doesn't intend to. Biotic labors, shipment from Sansan. Don't think he has any Sansan City grids. Right?
Yeah, he does have two, but I have not seen him use them. I think they're more of a taxing strategy. You see in your hub, you gotta trash the Sansan.
Yeah.
I think if you know Matt, you know not to trash it, because he can never res it.
Yeah, he never has the money in that deck. Even if he has all like his money-making assets out, he tends not to click them very often because he's running pad campaigns and
not this tournament at least. Usually
marked accounts,
and sweeps week actually, as we find out here shortly.
This isn't very good. I'll keep.
So we can see in Matt's hand already, he's got an NAPD contract, and a Astro.
Yeah, it looks like an AstroScript there. Maybe
Yep, I see a moon.
Maybe a breaking news. Yeah. Alright, so we got a sweeps right off the bat, which is probably Andromeda tactic, but works well anyway. A cheap sure gamble.
It is at least 4 credits gained on that first turn.
Yep. Then we had a draw and an installment ice.
I did, and then I sweep. Okay, cool.
So leaving R&D wide open here.
It's an interesting play here.
It's okay.
I think he's doing this because as you can see in his hand, he already has 2 or 3 agendas in hand, so he's probably hoping that all of his agendas are sitting on top of that.
Yeah, this is true.
So, as a mandatory, you've got to check that if that's wide open.
Always
check that.
And then 4 will be a Katie. 4 Katie, which was actually probably.
I'm playing the prepaid VoicePad after the sure gamble. It's a interesting choice there, Alex.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a backwards play in hindsight. There's a few other play mistakes if you watch the rest of this video.
And right off the bat, we've got the Biotic Labor Sansan. That drops Matt down to 2 credits, but as we can see, Matt doesn't need a lot of cash here.
Don't know what you're talking about. What freight train? I'm confused. There's no trains.
Talking about trains, the Astro train.
Run this, it blows up your
very strong.
Does it? Yeah, that's cool.
Matt's trying to goad you into running HQ, which actually may not be bad with him only on 2 credits, but it's probably a pop-up window. Sure gamble, choosing not to use prepaid again. Come on, Alex.
I know. These play mistakes get me so often. I think I used the prepaid here for something else. But maybe I'm wrong. I hope I do, because I certainly feel bad about not using it.
You did
not.
I
certainly didn't use it at all. That was 4 clicks. Drawing.
See, trashed a pad campaign. That's an expensive trash. I may have waited for Matt to res that first, but
I think at this point I have the money in hand to do other stuff, so I think that's why I've got Katie on the board. 2 sure gambles. I'm still at 5 credits, so I'm not too concerned with how much money it costs to trash a pad campaign. I'd rather keep him a little bit poor so he can't necessarily res ice if he's got anything bigger than a pop-up window.
Click one, I'll draw a card. Yeah.
I'm clicking Katie, getting some draws in. Matt didn't really do anything. He stole some ice, so that looks like a passport.
Passport it is.
That's good. Great breaker for near hub. You're not going to see any remote ice.
Who needs an identity?
Yeah, this way it's cheaper to do the runs where the ice is going to be.
I'll spend 1 to do that.
So Matt installing over the top of R&D. This is typically a signal that he's not seeing the agendas he needs.
I never trust that out of Matt, however, because he tends to like to bluff and really encourage you to run where you should actually run sometimes, but then other times he'll encourage you to run where you shouldn't. So like he was you know, trying to guff me into going down that HQ, and I really should have ran HQ to. Because look at that mitt full of agendas. He has 3 agendas in hand right now.
At the very least, you gotta force him to res some mice here.
Yeah.
So what is that's
it's an alias. I think
that's
I was
alias, yeah.
Concerned about like a roto turret or some other small sentry.
Take that choice. I don't want to continue this run anymore.
Instead, you see a small little barrier that is actually quite big until you get your breach out.
Yeah. But I say that, you know, I decided to end the run on my own. It wasn't because of the ice, I swear.
Right. Alright, so we had an install here, double advance, and the Astro train continues.
And I have to discard a card, I apologize.
See, NAPD in hand, another piece of ice. Looks like maybe a biotic labor already in hand.
I will discard.
He may not have the money for the rest of the game to play this. He's on no credits. I would say R&D's wide open.
Just to be sure. She-Q, definitely She-Q.
Okay, so you use the PPV to play special order. So I'm assuming you're either going to go for Breach or Corroder here.
I think in this case, Corroder's the best choice because even because Breach is still a little expensive to break a wraparound is 2. And where Corroder's just at 1. And same price to install, I believe they're both 2.
Oh, okay. Seems like a reasonable play.
And I think you're right. I should probably be running R&D right here where it's wide open. He doesn't have the money necessarily to res anything. That we know of. Of course, a pop-up, you could res that.
You know one of them's a pop-up, guaranteed.
It's gotta be. That's almost the only economy in that deck. And, but at the same time, any pretty high density of agendas, he's gonna have something in his hands.
Because you're gonna be shocked.
Getting it into the HQ.
So you've installed Corroder in your second click, it looks like. No, that was it.
That was
your turn right there.
I think it was a couple draws, special order, install.
That looks at Beale off the Sand, so he's sitting on 6 right now.
Yeah, time to do work here. This Ken took a little bit too long to set up. I should have been spending a little more time running, especially after watching this over and over again. I see a legwork in hand. Okay, use it right here.
Alright, so prepaid and legwork with Ken, you wanted to break in, yep. The math checks out. Getting 1 credit back for Ken's ability here. You see a pad, that's a breaking news. There, you're on the board, Alex. 2 pads.
I would have been very disappointed to pull that NAPD contract with only 1 credit on the board.
Then you draw. You still have a wide open access to R&D here, but you know, draw and you click Kati. You get 6 on Kati, which is nice, but so with the install and draw.
I think at this point I'm kind of letting Matt play too much of his game and trying to play my deck the way I built it rather than playing the game state, which you can certainly get into from time to time when you're just. Actually, I don't know why this is happening.
You gotta make Matt res that ice. You check the remote. At 6-0, I don't think Matt's gonna put down an agenda. Alright, so you're running HQ. So let's see what he's got.
One cost running it in there now, and I just
it's always a good play.
He's not gonna get one. He's got 1 in hand. I can't let him score it. So
that looks like a Jackson Howard.
Jackson, yeah. Jackson. Wow. Looks like I've got.
Okay, so you shut down the wraparound. Wraparound's 2 when he's sitting on 1. He's sitting on 1.
Yeah, I think the right move there was probably to take from Kati and run R&D. Would have been a much better play. The wraparound was only costing me 1, and this doesn't really change his game plan at all.
Install, draw card. Oh, good call.
So Matt's installing some cards here. He's using Neurith Hub's ability to draw more cards while getting those installs. Getting that pad campaign res is going to really put some pressure on you here, Alex. Now he's going to be getting cash to pretty much res any of his ice. Well, there goes his cash. Nope, nope. He installs over the top, killing the wraparound.
That's better because he's not going to want to spend that last credit just to install a piece of ice there. And he takes credits.
So we're up to 2. Drew, your first click. What are you looking for here?
I think I'm looking for a Doppelganger.
You gotta make him res that ice.
But I think this is what I'm saying. There's definitely way too much of playing the deck the way you built it rather than playing the game and the situation.
Second prepaid.
That would be third because I took from Kati as well there.
No, it's your second on the table. I think
prepaid,
yeah, a little late in the game. Oh, okay, so we plan to salt. What are you gonna plan? Are you going to siphon or legwork?
I think I do something stupid here.
Yeah, you index on what is that? Your third and fourth click?
Third and fourth click there, I index without a Doppelganger on the table here, which somewhat defeats the purpose of doing this at once. At least I can, at the very least, I am preventing him from drawing an immediate agenda, so that will help.
Yeah, it looks like he has a fast track in his hand.
So, and that's something I hadn't thought of, I think, at the time. Was not expecting the fast track in his deck at all. So I think you're right, though. I did see something flash by there as he speed shuffles.
But, I mean, even with fast track, he doesn't have the money right now to play a biotic labor, so he can fast track the breaking news, but it still has to stay in his hand.
Yep, and that would also mean that I know about it and where to get it. So I see a roto turret was in there. Looks like a biotic.
Looks like an agenda there on the back end.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I think there was an agenda there on the bottom. I think there was an NAPD there.
Any chance you gave me like a breaking news or something on the top? No. Unlikely? Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Sorry, not this time, bud. Not this time, bud. Next time.
Alright, so now that the indexing shenanigans are done,
Cost 2 gets 2. Yeah. Mandatory draft.
Matt is dripping 2 per turn now. At 2 recurring credits at the beginning of his turn, he's gonna drain you out quickly here. This game doesn't have many turns left.
Not too many. And he's just asking how many cards I had in hand there to play another sweeps week, but only 2 cards in hand. No, I know I played this deck before. I know he didn't have any. Doesn't have a Scorched Earth or anything like that. Nope.
He certainly doesn't have the influence for it. When you're considering there are 3 biotic labors in it, that's 12 right there.
Precisely. So I was perfectly fine with running with only 2 cards in hand, and you can't sweeps week for 4 credits.
So he installs. He draws another ice. No, that looks like a Mother Goddess. That's an expensive ice for this deck.
Either Mother Goddess or a Roto Turret. A little hard to see that low res.
2 cards in hand? Yep.
Installing. Is he gonna play that sweeps week for 2 credits? I don't. You know what? 2 credits for, or you've got 2 cards in hand, so you're only getting 1 credit. That's interesting.
Deciding what to trash.
Possibly, yeah. Alright. Alright, so what are you doing here, Alex? What's your plan of attack?
Oh, I think ideally I should be running his hand, and that I already know what's in R&D on that top because I just indexed last turn. So either I have some time to work, build this weird rig that I've got going on, or I mean I have to check that face down card. I would think would be a good idea, and also just check his hand over and over again.
So you click Kati and draw 3 instead.
So I am not playing a good game here.
You're playing an alternate strategy. Maybe there's some unknown strategy to defeat Near Earth Hub that we haven't found.
That's exactly what it is. This is the secret Near Earth Hub strategy. You sit in and wait, until they've scored all their agendas, and then you just go home.
Alright, so we got a sweeps here, and this puts Matt at 11 credits. I mean, there's really not much you can do here. 11 credits, that opens up his biotic labors again. He can score anything out of hand. He can fast track and score a breaking news. This is not good news for you, Alex.
No, this is very much back foot Netrunner. Worst place to be is Ken is, I think, on the heels so far.
Alright, so it looks like...
He's drawn more ice.
Yeah.
He's got a biotic in hand. It just doesn't have the agenda yet. Looks like there's a fast track right on the top there.
Alright, so it takes another credit. There's a fast track on the top of his hand, you said?
Yeah, there's a fast track sitting right there and a biotic as well. So he's got that available to him. He trashed a couple ice last time. Did you see what he installed? He must have been just a Jackson or something.
So you're running, is he going to res this ice? I don't know why he wouldn't, unless it's massively expensive.
Yeah, it'd have to be a pretty big chunk of ice, which would make a lot of sense in this deck. So he is gone 13 credits right now. I believe that's 13. Yeah.
Yep, and that is 13. I don't understand what, I mean, what could it be? Okay.
Eli. Okay,
it's an Eli.
That's probably the most expensive piece of ice in his deck right now.
So I struggle with this decision. Like, that's an auto res.
Yeah.
That makes your turn it either makes you poor or it destroys your turn. You get one access.
So I used 2 clicks here. This is due to the indexing run earlier.
Oh, okay. So you knew the NAPD was there. You had to click through in order to have the money to steal it.
Yep.
On my final click, I will KD.
Typically, I'd say leave the NAPD, but with Matt at this much money, you actually have to steal it.
Yeah, at this stage in the game, I had to take that. Unfortunately, probably not going to be enough here. It's a little too late. If I could have grabbed the NAPD out of his hand and be a little bit tied with him here, a lot closer.
Alright, I will.
Alright, so, and here it is. There's the fast track.
Fast track, okay.
Fast track, the biotic.
Fast track by breaking news. And yeah, he's just
breaking news
talking with the biotic that he has in his hand, and then just proving. Yeah, but at just enough, plenty of credits to do that. So.
Well, in case you want to know how to not run.
Yes, don't. This is not how you should play Netrunner. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click the like button. Follow us, subscribe. I'm Alex.
I'm Kevin.
And we'll see you until next time. Stay frosty.